Okay guys, are you ready for part 2? I'm going to continue with my historical houses in downtown Winnemucca, Nevada. So come along and let's see the rest of the historic buildings if you're into that kind of thing. And I hope you are, because I think they're very interesting. I love the old architecture. So let's go and see part 2. I'm going to back up a little. This is called Cindywvlogs Apartments. Beautiful old building, old architecture. It's kept up very nice. Evidently somebody's little doggy has gotten out. Very nice building. This one was built in 1912 by a German immigrant named Bert Concy. The upper floor has 7 rooms, and there's 2 apartments on the first floor. And the basement contains additional bedrooms and the furnace. Okay, this is another historic building. It's the W.J. Bell home, and it's really neat. Look at this entryway, guys. Isn't that beautiful? I love these old buildings and old architecture. It was built around the turn of the century, and it's recently undergone a complete facelift to protect the original aging brick. So I guess at one time this was a brick house, and now they have put siding on it, but it's still just beautiful. Let me see if I can walk around the side here a little bit. Get the side of, oh, nice little entryway door. Look at that. You don't see those anymore. I think somebody's living in there though, so I'm not going to go too close. But it's a little entryway, like a little porch. Very nice. I really like this house. Okay guys, it got just too hot, so I had to stop, and I hadn't had lunch yet, and it's almost 2 o'clock. So this is what I got. It's a Mediterranean salad with chicken, and it is really yummy. This is my favorite restaurant. It's just a little small place, just downtown, but it has really excellent food. See you in a minute. Had an excellent lunch as always. And this is called the La Garza home. It's on the Historic Society. It was built in 1908 for Kings River sheep ranchers Juan and Florencia La Garza. Very nice little house. Love the architecture. As you can see, someone's living here, of course. Here's a little plaque right next to this really cool stand. And evidently, it says it's the George Berry house. But, unless I'm looking at the wrong house. 451, yep, that's it. Okay, maybe the judge did live here at some point. Okay, it could have been built in 1874. Oh, and it was purchased by La Garza in 1908. So a judge did live here up until 1908. Really pretty house. Let's see the side here. It's a big house. Right. That is really cute. I would love to have one of these old homes. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. This is called the Reinhardt House. Look at that, just beautiful. Look at that entrance. I don't know if you can see it, it's awful dark. This is a beautiful house, nice lot. This is on the Historical Society, of course. Wow. That is really awesome. And the story behind this one was built in 1909 by a local contractor, Simon and Leontine Reinhardt. They liked the Greek style, revival style, so this is what this home is like. It was built in 1909, and it's the most stately and costly residence in town, and is considered still a real beauty, which it really is. It's pretty. Very nice. Love to go inside. Oh my gosh. But someone is living here, those lucky people. This isn't the best part of town, but that's a beautiful house. Of course, back then, this probably was a good part of town. And I think the house across the street is just as pretty. Well, not just as pretty, but it's pretty. But it must be a 50s style because it's not on the registry. Cute house though anyway. This is, it's a Desert Mountain Survey Company now, but let me see if I can back up. This is a really cool house. Hope you guys can see the detail on this pretty good. Really awesome. It looks like two little houses built together. There's a front door and a front door, so it may have been added onto. But this is hold on, I gotta check my map here. I'm having trouble with my voice today. Okay, this is called the Robinson home. It dates back to 1907, and it was the home of James Robinson. And it's been kept pretty much in its original state. Now let me see if they were... Robinson was a Civil War veteran in the 3rd U.S. Colored Heavy Artillery. So he was an Afro-American. So that's pretty impressive for the time. It was really nice. He was a Civil War veteran, wow. He arrived in Winnemucca in 1874 and owned and operated a well-known barbershop. It doesn't say this, but I'm thinking the smaller house might be the barbershop and the larger house was his home. I'll have to look that up, but it looks like it might be. That's pretty cool. See if I can walk around the side here. It's a survey company, so it's a public building, so shouldn't get in trouble. It's pretty neat. I'll bet it was. I'll bet the barber shop was this smaller building right here, and the taller building was his home. That is pretty cool. That is really cool. Civil War veteran, that's impressive. Oh, I like the side of the house too. Let me get back a little further. So you can see the whole thing. Wow. Very nice. I wonder if there's any of his descendants here in town. That would be interesting for an interview. See what the back looks like. It's a survey company now, so the inside really wouldn't be all that interesting to take a look at. Just a bunch of offices. Very nice. They got their little back porch there. Really cool. Really like this house. Awesome. I'm walking up to is called the Gables Guest House. This house actually is for rent. How cool. Would not want to live in this neighborhood though. And there's a little sign right up here. It says Gables Guest House. Nice little backyard. Wow, there's an old vintage sign for you. Gables Guest House. Cool that they kept the old sign. Okay, the Gables Guest House was originally built in 1903. It served Winnemucca in a surgical capacity until the new hospital was constructed in 1908. So it was actually doctor's offices / hospital. What's the address? Is that? It was originally a sanitarium. I'll be darned. And then it was converted into apartments in 1924. And it was ran as a first class rooming house by Mrs. Minnie Twist. How funny. Minnie Twist. Now that's a name for you. The store is clearly well maintained. It appears that someone lives there. Nice little garden and dog run in the back, really pretty. Very lovely home. It's called the Stauffer Dyer Home. It was built in 1917 by a contractor, and this home depicts the typical elegant characteristics of the period. I would say it does. A very pretty big house too. Goes way back there. So we can get around this car here. And this stayed in the Stauffer family until 1954. They just passed it down from generation to generation. Very lovely home, very well maintained. Very nice yard. Very nice. You have a good day, sir.
You too.
Okay, this is the Schmidt home. And it was built by the Stauffer family in 1911 for a second house. And I just talked to the owner, who's been here since 1986. Yeah, it looks beautiful. You did a good job. Oh yeah. And that's the gentleman that owns the house. And this is his dog that's telling me to stay on this side of the fence. And all these beautiful trees. And he's not too happy because he's right there sandwiched between the freeway and a new apartment building that went up. He said otherwise it's a very nice home to live in. Okay, this is the Lamb house. It's also rented out. There's people in there so you can't see too much. And it's on a nice corner lot. And here's their registry, built in 1914. And the Humboldt County Sheriff, Sheriff Graham Lamb, who I have a future story on him, lived in this house. He was sheriff from 1902 until 1933. And he was shot to death by a cowboy while trying to mediate a dispute at a local ranch. And that's another story coming up. That's got a really good story to it. And Sheriff Lamb actually lived in this house. Well, that's really interesting. I think you'll like that story. We're going to go out to the ranch where he was shot and everything. Okay, we're on our next to the last building. And this building here is the old Winnemucca Bank and Trust Company. It was built in 1913, and it was prospered until the Great Depression. The investors, when they had the Great Depression and the market crashed, the investors got a mere 10 cents on the dollar, which is almost nothing, so people lost everything. The National Guard Engineering Corps occupied the building for a while. Then it was a theater, then it was the Elks Club, and then you see the Phillips Furniture next door to it there. They bought this building. They kept it called the Winnemucca State Bank and Trust out of respect for its history. But it's also part of their furniture store. Very cool. Up to, looks like they might be going to be renovating it. I'll take you around the back here and show you what they're doing. And as you can see on the side, it was the original Winnemucca Hotel. And the bottom part actually had a restaurant with Basque food. And the top part was a hotel. And let's see if I can get a history on that. That was built in 1863. It's all wood. And it's the oldest building in town. It catered to wagon teams, mines, sheep herders, stage line operators. Most of the sheep herders, if you don't know, were Basque people. So that's why the Basque restaurant, there used to be a lot of Basque restaurants around here. And there's still a large Basque population around here. It served the finest Basque cuisine. And according to its owner, it's also the oldest surviving hotel in Nevada. And I know a couple of places that might dispute that, but that's what it's listed at on the historical registry. And I want to show you the back here. Oh, there's also some brick in the sides there. See the wood in the back? They've got it all blocked off for safety reasons, and see, it is just coming down. And I think they're tearing it down. And there's a little pigeon right up there, a little pigeon friend. Just hanging out, enjoying the sunshine. I would have liked to got into it before it decayed, but it probably doesn't have any floors or anything. It's just, see, the windows are gone and it's just a mess. Let's walk around here to the front. Okay, see this brochure? It was given to me by the city of Winnemucca with all the historical places on it, so I could go around and do my video. And I've been stopped by like 3 or 4 people saying, "What are you doing?" But they've been pretty nice. I haven't had anybody get nasty. See, all the windows are gone. I really, this looks like it was a new addition at one point. Or maybe this is new brick, and that's the old brick. That's what I'm thinking. Look at those windows. It's got window seats. That is just gorgeous. I love that. I was thinking about doing a window seat like that in my place just because I think they're so cool. All broken out. And here's a sign down here about the Basque food. $18.63. Too bad they don't give prices. I would have been curious. Okay. And that's all we can see in this building. They've got it all fenced off and everything. And really don't think anybody'd want to walk around in there. Like I said, I doubt if there's even any floors left. Just a shell. I'm on a main thoroughfare right here. Since this truck goes by, I'll show you. This is called Bridge Street. And it's because there's a bridge down there. And you can see Winnemucca Mountain in the background. This is our last historical building. This is the Old Martine Hotel and Restaurant. And according to area maps, the dwelling at this location's been here since 1985. I'm sorry, 1885. And it was run by Henri and A. Martine, who were both French, if you couldn't guess by the name. It was severely damaged by fire in 1919 because there was a big fire in this whole district. But it was rebuilt in 1920 as a 25-room boarding house and restaurant, and it still serves wonderful Basque cuisine today. And yes, it does. I've eaten in there several times. They have excellent Basque food. If you like the really spicy Basque food, it's really good. Alrighty. This building over here, I think, that one right there should be on the registry. I don't know how old it is, but I know the railroad used it for like forever. And I don't know why it's on the registry. Maybe it's just not old enough. I don't know. But anyway, this is a really cool place. They have concerts in this building too. Most of them are country western. They have a country western poet that comes sometimes, and the guy is fantastic. For a cowboy, he is an excellent poet. Appears to be like some kind of railroad equipment. If you can see it, it looks really dark in my phone. I hope it's lighter. We're getting kind of overcast here today. I'm not quite sure what those trucks are for. I had to put my camera down. There's somebody behind me. And this is the illustrious Winnemucca Amtrak station. And that's all there is to it. Little waiting room. You get your tickets online. There's not even a ticket booth. And you can go in there and sit in the air conditioning and wait for your train. The train comes through here from, I think it starts in Bakersfield, California, goes up through Sacramento, area. Then it comes up over the mountains past Lake Tahoe and down into the valley through Reno and then into Winnemucca, and it goes all the way to Chicago, Illinois. I've ridden the train from Bakersfield to here, and I'll tell you one thing is you better leave plenty of time because these trains are rarely on time. So it was like an all-day trip, but it was actually, when you went up through the mountains by Lake Tahoe, it was absolutely beautiful. So, and I wasn't in any big hurry. So I left at like 5:30 in the morning and I got home at 7:30 at night. So it's not a fast trip. Very interesting though. Great for people watching, I swear, especially in California. Yeah, you see everything on the train. I mean, humanity at its best. Hi. Alright, my friends, that's going to be it for today. I have my cold drink because I am burnt up and I am post-toasty. So, a frozen mocha cappuccino hit the spot. So, I am so hot and I'm melting. I'm going to go home and take a cold shower, and I think I've worn off most of my frustration from the walking and the heat, and I have to go feed my family's animals because they're all on vacation. So as soon as it gets dusk or around there, I'm going to go do that because it's just way too hot. I think I stayed out in the sun too long because I'm not feeling too good. But I accomplished my mission, walked off and sweated off all my frustration, and it's all good. So I'm going to go home and start again tomorrow and make it a better day. And you guys have a great time. Here's to you. This stuff is good. And I will see you again real soon because I plan to go up into the mountains to a ghost town. It's a living ghost town. It's very interesting, an old mining town. But we can't go right now because there's a wildfire up there, but hopefully within the next few days they will get it under control and I can go up there and show that to you. So you guys all have a good time. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.